We'll bring you what's happening in La and their own expectations, the expectations of the traditional authorities there. But what are there to really explore in the new district and municipalities that have been created? My colleague Mamavi Owusu-Abuaje has been finding out from the Deputy Minister of Local Government, Obi Yamwa.
Basically, the districts and municipalities have been created. That's number one. Number two, we have managed to procure office equipment, furniture, etc., for them to be able to start working. But they will need to still have a certain relationship. For instance, if you were taken away from AMB, there are a lot of sub-metros in Greater Accra which have been elevated to municipalities. But these sub-metros were under the Metropolitan Authority, the Accra Metropolitan Authority. So they still have a certain relationship. Revenue sharing, asset sharing, all those things will go on after tomorrow. So it will take a while, but it will start operating.
Okay, so as citizens, what difference would they feel? Those who are either going under a new districts and then those who are going under the municipalities?
Well, if you look at the Constitution says that decentralization should be pursued so that power will go down to the people. So the people should get closer to power. And that is at the district level. That's at the district level. So obviously, once the districts have been created, the people have a feel of governance at the lowest level. That is, you'll be able to engage and interact with your assembly members, with your chief executive. You are part of the popular participation. You should be consulted in every aspect for you to be able to feel that governance is also close to you. So it's part of deepening democracy. Some may say that we're creating too many districts and we have the resources or it's becoming unwieldy. But really, if you want to send power to the people, I don't think that the numbers we have now, you will say that is detrimental or negative to our decentralization process.
Big questions. Are we getting constituencies out of these newly created districts?
Well, in some situations, when districts are created, the EC is compelled to create constituencies because it's EC which creates constituencies, not government per se. There's been a deliberate effort to create these districts now, which will not give EC the opportunity to say that they are creating constituencies. So if we thought that creating a district out of a constituency will lead to EC going to or saying that they need to create a constituency, we avoided it. Some areas, some places were huge enough for us to say that they are ripe for division or creation of a district out of maybe a municipality. But if you don't manage it well, the EC will come in and say that once you've created this district, we are bound to create a constituency.
Is it to say that that is really not your territory, so you really don't know what is going to happen? There could be the creation of constituencies, but that's the sole decision of the Electoral Commission.
There could be, but what I'm saying is that what we have done will not compel the EC to create a constituency. Let me give you an example. If you had a municipality with, let's say, one MP, and then you decided to divide the municipality or create a district out of it, and then the MP would have to serve only that municipality, the EC will say that that district also needs an MP. So the EC would then go ahead to create it. What we have done, we have not given cause to the EC for EC to create any constituency out of it.
How much is it costing us with this new creation?
Well, to be fair, I cannot say how much it will cost us. Why? Because we now have to secure land. A lot of traditional authorities, a lot of well-meaning people who will be ready to give us free land. We need to really be sure of that. And beyond acquisition of the land, you have to put up the premises. There's an average cost that you may put to the building up of the premises. That is only one aspect of it. If you say cost per cost, of course, you're sending new personnel there. The local government service will send people. Already they've started posting coordinating directors to these new places and expect them to report tomorrow, even though officially they will take off on 2nd April or just after the Easter holidays. So the bare cost, already the government has released some 5 million for just equipping the offices, the new places. So furniture, computers, scanners, printers, they have all been procured. It's just transporting them to those places. That is just one small aspect of the cost, but really building the premises would cost us more and to be over time. Some of the districts which were created in 2012, we are still paying for the construction of those premises, and some of them have not even been fully constructed.
Finally, let us understand what is going to happen tomorrow.
Well, thank you so much. The president is inaugurating all these assemblies tomorrow. Of course, he cannot be at all the places. So what he has done is to delegate members of the executive, ministers, deputy ministers, to go to these newly created assemblies to represent him and also read his speech on his behalf. So tomorrow, all these ministers and deputy ministers would go to these assemblies. The assembly members who belong to these assemblies would also be part. Even some appointees who belong to these assemblies will join. The assemblies will be inaugurated, and then they will be sworn in, but there will not be election of presiding members because there are some places that there's still a shortfall when it comes to appointees. For instance, if it's AMA has been broken down more or less, shrunk a bit. Because now you have Ayawaso West Wogon coming in, you have the Ayawaso East West coming in, all those places, those who belong to AMA, Ablekuma, etc. Now, the appointees who are at AMA, they would have to go to their respective districts. But you may still have places where the required number, as provided under the Constitution and the Local Governance Act, would not be up to the number. So the president will have to make more appointments. And because of that, tomorrow they will be sworn in, but there will be no election of presiding officers because you need a certain number before you do the election. And then the coordinating directors will be acting and will take over until chief executives are nominated and then endorsed in the assemblies.
Obiamo is the Deputy Minister for Local Government and Rural Development. So let's bring you up to speed on what the phase of your municipalities and district or the MMDAs actually look like. Let's see if we can go through this quickly. So if we look at the Ashanti region, for example, we're looking at the districts that are new. You have Ahafuano South, Ahafuano South West District. That is one. There's Ahafuano Southeast District. There's Amansia South District. There's Amansia West District. There's Echumangwa-Bieja North District. And there's Adanse South District. The municipals that have been carved from the district. Let's have a look at the municipals that have been carved from those districts. We have the Oforikrom, Kwadaso. So you have the Oforikrom Municipal Assembly, the Kwadaso Municipal Assembly, Otafo Municipal Assembly, Asokwa Municipal Assembly, Juabing and Ejiso Municipal Assemblies. Then those that have been elevated, talking about the district that have been elevated to municipal assemblies, we have the Asante Akem South, Ahafuano South, and Kwabre East. And moving forward, we look at the Ashanti region still. There is Akrofrom District, there is Adansi North District, there's Adansi Asokwa District, there's Obuasi East District, there's Efija Kwabre South District, and Efija Kwabre North District. Municipals that have been carved from these assemblies, these and other assemblies, Echumangwa-Bieja and the Swami Municipal Assemblies. Let's look at the new districts again within the Bono-Ahafo region. In the Bono-Ahafo region, there is the Pru West District, there is Pru East District, There is Brekum West District. These are the new districts. In terms of municipalities that have been extracted from or carved from districts, there is the Brekum East Municipal Assembly. Those that have been elevated to municipal status, they were already districts. They've been elevated now. We're looking at Atebubu, Amentim, Tano North, Tano South, and Jamai South. And finally, we're looking at the central region now. We're looking at the new districts, and there is Asin North District, Gomwa Central District, Gomwa East District, and Asine Manso District. Municipals carved from, or the municipality carved from other assemblies. We have Asin Fosu. None have been elevated to municipal status. So these are the new district assemblies, the new municipal assemblies. Just in case you fall within these areas, you do know that if you are a district, you probably have been elevated to a municipality, and if you were a part of other districts, you have been separated. I mean, we'll bring you some more education on this as the days go by, but there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered. You're still watching The Pulse with me, Gifty and Opia.